Hey everybody, it's Mark and Laurie with Gables on the Go.
Hey y'all.
And today we have just had a packed day.
Feature-filled.
Feature-filled day.
Yep.
I'm tired, so I'm not gonna do great with this intro. We have just had an unbelievable day that we wanted to share with you guys. We have been on an airboat in the Everglades. We have been in a science museum in Miami.
Exactly.
And
all afternoon.
Yeah.
And we didn't have time to really stay and see everything. It's 4 floors of fun, especially for kids and teaching them about science and nature, and it's amazing.
It was really a fun day. So anyway, come along with us. We're gonna share some alligators, some wildlife, fish, ocean, everything you can imagine. And I'll tell you where we went. We went on the airboat ride with Florida Everglades.
Expeditions.
Florida Everglades Expeditions. And then we went to the Frost Science Center, and that is here in Miami. Pretty cool place, something to see.
Very cool. They're about 45 minutes apart in traveling distance, so you can do them both in one day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So come along with us. Let us take you on a tour of everything we did today. Hope you enjoy it. Hope it helps you with your trip down here in the South Florida area.
Yeah, if you want to stop here before you hit the Keys in case you got a long drive, this is a good pit stop.
Exactly. All right, let's go take a look.
All right.
I can hear. Did you hear them?
Oh yeah.
Squawking in.
Well, that's them. Those are the babies.
Is the little mound of dirt and stuff right there with that tree stump, is that her?
That's the original
she
nest.
lay in the nest up there.
That's the original nest. Now you can imagine that those little guys are not ready to eat tourists yet.
No.
So those little guys are eating tadpoles, fireflies, worms, pretty much anything that will fit in the mouse. Now they are going to eventually get bigger and grow to a bigger diet. So they'll hang out with mom for 18 to 24 months. At that point, they're about 2.5, almost 3 foot. That's when mama kicks them out. Reason being is at that point their diet changes. They go from eating little worms to eating bigger prey. And who eats bigger prey? Mom. And mom will not compete for food with no one, not even her own. So once they start dipping in her fridge, off you go.
Just like, get out.
Well, he's not too spooked, is he?
Oh no, these guys are actually quite used to it.
Yeah, they see you.
Every day. I spend more time with these guys than I do with my girlfriend. Causes some fights at home, you can imagine.
Oh, I bet so.
Reason being is in the hollow portion of that tooth, they have another one sitting in it. So if they were to take a bite out of a turtle and lose a tooth on that shell, they got another one to replace it immediately. Now they do continue to regenerate teeth their whole lives. So we estimate that these guys go anywhere between 3,000 to 5,000 teeth in a lifetime. Talk about a great dental plan.
Yeah.
Now, if you guys notice, this one has been fighting. You can see here on its tail, it's going to have some scar tissue. You can see all that white right there?
Yeah.
That's all recent scarring from fighting. Now, these guys do fight for territory, females, food. Here, they don't sell real estate on Realtor.com. Here, these guys fight for it.
Yeah.
Now, if you guys notice, take a look at its skin color. We have been lied to our whole lives. Gators are not green. Not even at birth. At birth, these guys are black and yellow with stripes. Now, they do lose their stripes as they get older, but not from age. They lose it from so much sunbathing. These guys spend so much time in the sun that they literally get a tan, and they burn off their stripes.
Huh.
Now, the interesting thing is that no one taught them to tan evenly. So if you take an adult gator and roll him over on his belly, he's still got his stripes.
Oh, that's why they're different on that side. Okay.
Now, this right here is what we call a scoop. These are the spikes that go from the back of the neck all the way through to the tail on the alligators. Now, these scoots have several functions, one being as a body armor. You can imagine that having this bone structure all the way from the back of the neck through to the tail makes them ridiculously strong and tough. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Also, it functions as a solar panel. Since these guys are cold-blooded animals, they do need heat to keep their blood from coagulating. So while they sunbathe, this bone will actually gather the heat and contain it. And then it'll transfer the heat to the blood vessels, keeping everything nice and liquid.
Wow,
Very cool.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
How do you come across this?
You find a dead gator?
Does that mean that it was just dead already?
Don't,
I mean,
don't press him on that. He's on
illegal to
he's
hunt
on camera.
gators, right?
In a rush, but they are extremely agile creatures. These guys can swim about 25 miles per hour. They can run on land a little over 25 miles per hour. They can jump 2/3 of their body out of the water, and they've even been recorded climbing fences. So they are extremely agile creatures when they want to be. Now, they are not marathon runners, so they can't keep it up for long distances. But definitely long enough to catch up to someone if they wanted to. Now, here we're taught at a very young age, if you're ever being chased by a gator, you run in zigzags. Reason being is they are so long and lanky, they cannot turn as quickly as we can. Now, I've spent enough time with these guys that I've realized the true rule of thumb is you just got to be faster than the person next to you. Let them worry about zigzagging. Now, these, as well as our pond apple trees, are not native to the state of Florida. These were brought here in an attempt to drain the Everglades because of the amount of water that they drank.
Which ones?
The lily pads in the water, these specific ones
Oh, these
with the
specific ones?
yellow balls.
Uh-huh.
The first ones that we saw that had that white flower,
Right.
those are locals.
Okay.
These, on the other hand, are not. And then we have our pond apple trees. They do produce a fruit. It's supposed to be edible. It's supposed to taste like a honeydew melon when ripe.
Mm-hmm.
I have yet to find one that does. They are extremely bitter and sour.
Oh.
Now, both of these were introduced in the late 1800s during an attempt to drain the Everglades. So originally the state did not realize that this was a river. They thought it was a swamp.
Mm-hmm.
They wanted to drain it and build. Issue is, it's a river. Water continued to flow in. So after many years of them attempting and trying to, and potentially being successful to a certain extent, they did drain over 2/3 of the Everglades. It used to be 5.3 million acres. Today we're sitting at about 1.7.
Oh, wow.
So it did drain a good portion of the Everglades. Eventually they realized they couldn't drain the whole entirety of the Everglades. So what they did was they rerouted the water out to the west coast, keeping the east coast nice and dry, allowing us to have the cities. These canals were a byproduct of that era. These used to be about 25 foot deep. Now today, deepest portions we're sitting at maybe about 8 foot, as shallow as 1 foot in other places.
Well, I noticed, it's very clean, and, the bugs are not attacking us right now anyway. Is it? Because
Because it's a river.
It's a river.
So stagnant water, in definition, swamp is stagnant water. Stagnant water is where mosquitoes are going to lay their eggs. Here, since it flows, it does give us an opportunity to have everything fresh, clean, filtered between the sawgrass, cattail, and all the lime rock and coral rock that's under us. It's nice and filtered. This is actually the water that we use to drink and shower with in our homes.
Okay.
So check this out. This is really cool. So this is a parabolic dish. So Laurie's over at that one. And here's this one. No electronics, no nothing, just this dish. Okay, baby, talk to me.
Sound energy travels as a wave. As sound waves travel away from your mouth, they scatter and lose their energy. However, the parabolic shape of the dish reflects the sound waves, so they travel to the other dish without scattering.
It says to whisper in it.
I'm supposed to whisper, apparently I've been too loud. I cannot believe I can hear myself.
That is crazy. I can hear you whispering loud and clear right here.
That is amazing.
That is nuts. Ah, science, I'm already digging it. I know. That's cool, isn't
That
it?
is so cool.
Yeah.
I can't believe you could hear it that far.
I know. That's
and
really
that
neat.
Clear and loud.
Yeah. So we are in the Sherlock Holmes display, and there's all kind of cool old stuff in here. But here's something not a lot of people know about me. I'm coming. Hold on. So I am creeped out by old things. I don't do antique stores. Antiques make me nervous. I know it's silly, but it's the funniest thing. I can walk in around all this old stuff, and I just get this anxious, creeped out feeling.
Laurie likes to look in old antique stores and stuff, and I can't stand it. I have to go outside and wait on her.
But look at
Don't
this.
laugh at me. You know I'm creeped out.
I'm sorry. It'll get better
I
when
know.
we go to different
I
ones.
know.
I guess this is how Sherlock Holmes was learning to track people in the sand, leaving their footprints.
Going to the power of science next.
Good. I had to get out. That's it for me on Sherlock Holmes. That's no way to start this tour. Start me on Sherlock Holmes and all that creepy stuff.
I'm sorry, honey. I tried to hold his hand and tell him it'd be okay.
So Laurie's walking on the plasma floor. This is cool. Everywhere she steps, it lights up. Very cool.
Isn't that beautiful?
It is.
That's what the coral reef should look like.
Yeah. Wouldn't it be beautiful to have a wall in your house like this with
Oh,
all
it
that
would
to look
be.
at every day? You could just sit here and watch that.
What is he?
Oh,
She. No, no.
we are right there. That's us. We live on the third largest coral reef in the world, baby.
How about that?
Learn something new every day.
I knew it was a big coral reef.
I knew it was a big one. I didn't know it was the third largest in the world. You built a mountain.
I built a mountain.
Cool, isn't it, baby?
That is cool. I love that.
You want one of those at the house so you can play with it all the time?
Probably. It's very relaxing. Why is this red over here? So we're looking up at an oculus, and this oculus is 31 foot, and it's an acrylic lens that's over a foot deep and weighing over 60,000 pounds. So when you look up through it, you can see that the walls are there's the shark, are impossible to see because it takes advantage of the physics of light, which bends when passing through substances of different densities. So when the Gulf Stream exhibit is full of water, the giant lens above you refracts light away from the walls of the aquarium, creating a unique experience of a borderless ocean.
Very cool.
Yeah. Feathers to the stars.
Come on in. Cool, cool. This is all up my alley here now. Wow. Look at that guy.
Do you know how to make the best paper airplane ever?
I'm a pretty good paper airplane maker.
Okay, well let's test your skills.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty good at it.
All right, you can
So
make
they got
one.
the paper airplane station here.
All right, here we go.
All right.
Making our paper airplanes. I'm going with the traditional method here,
I am too.
like everybody used to make them in school.
Mine looks like the Concorde. Look at that.
Ooh. Ah. Mine looks like stubby.
Wind tunnel test.
Looks like a dinosaur's eating it. Nose up.
Nose stability. Here, I'll make it go nose down.
He's getting fancy.
Great lift in the back.
I'm
Crank
gonna
it
give
up
him
again.
some. Give him some.
Oh, that's looking pretty stable.
It's even.
Dang, baby, that might be better than mine. Nice. Tell you what, this is pretty out here.
It is beautiful.
This whole area is just, man, to come out down here in the evenings and walk around, this would be beautiful. So this is right behind the this Frost Science Center, and you can just see right out here to Port of Miami. Right over there is the cruise port. See it up there in the distance. This camera doesn't have a great zoom, but I'll see if I can zoom in a little bit for you. There you go. There's where the cruise port is. This whole area out here is just pretty. Surrounded by all the big buildings and the architecture, and then right here's the water, and see the yachts over there.
All right, everybody, I hope you enjoyed that tour with us. We had a fun day, learned a lot of things, and I don't know what my favorite thing was, but I know I did love the, what was that sound wave, big dish that you called it?
Oh yeah, the parabolic microphones, or the not even a microphone, a parabolic dish that sent the sound back and forth. That was really cool.
That was cool. The fish and all the sea life that we got to see were super cool.
Yeah.
And the topography map that was in the sand that changed as you moved the sand around, that was super cool. So if you have kids, I would highly recommend bringing them here and just plan on spending a day.
Yeah.
They may need a nap in the middle of it.
Yeah.
It's a lot of
I will
fun.
say that I thought maybe it was going to be a little bit more impressive at the Science Museum. It was interesting. I'd say fun day to spend, very educational, like Laurie said, for the kids. But maybe for me, I don't know. After leaving Universal Studios, I guess anything's kind of boring after that.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
crazy roller coasters
Yeah.
today.
So anyway, guys, thanks for watching our video. We really appreciate it. If you need any help with real estate down in the Florida Keys, don't hesitate to call your friends in the Florida Keys, me and Laurie,
That's right.
and we'll give you any advice we can on real estate, maybe help you find the home of your dreams down here in the Florida Keys.
Yep.
Well, the birds are chiming in with us.
They're all
so
hanging out with us here around.
we're gonna close this day out. We're leaving Miami in the morning early to head back down to the Florida Keys. So we'll see you guys next time on our next adventure.
Yes, Gable's on the go.
Gable's on the go.
See you later.
Gable's gone.